Okay, so I think we are live. Let's wait for some people to join, and then we can start our agenda today. Yeah, we can just wait for a few minutes. Okay, so as you know that the India versus Australia third test match is going on, and yesterday the day two has finished, and we came here to talk about the issues which Indian team is facing, and like what has gone downhill for India after the first test match, which they won comfortably by 295 runs. And we are going to analyze all of those issues in this live, and uh, we are going to to discuss more on the issues. So, as you know that when Rohit Sharma was not the captain, and when Jasprit Bumrah captained India in the first test, in the Indian team looked completely different. And once Rohit Sharma came back, we almost lost by an innings defeat in the Adelaide Test. We almost lost by an innings defeat in the Adelaide Test, and here we go. We made Australia score 400 runs, and the players which were out of form, we made them again in form. Yeah, so Prashant has a comment that Travis had stunning 100. Yeah, he is definitely a sensational player, but I think more against India. Uh, and thanks to our Rohit Sharma's toothless captaincy in test matches, because if I remember correctly, Travis Head before the series has only won 15 innings. So if he's such a great player, then why he couldn't score against other teams? So and he has three ducks. He had three ducks here in Gabba. Uh, when I was watching the match, I was seeing the broadcasters, and here he comes again and smashes a hundred for fun against us, which is I think very hard to watch actually, because under Virat's captaincy it doesn't happen that one person is continuously scoring and you have no plan, no clue against them. I watched the entire match, while mostly the entire match yesterday, and I saw that they were just feeding him of the off stump balls and he was just cutting him for fun, no plan. Yeah. The commentators were telling that push him, like ball him into the stumps. Like, if you see the wagon wheel, sorry, the pitch map of the bowlers, mostly it was out of the stump. And Smith, our bowlers created a chance for him. He was looking uncomfortable in the first in a few innings of his um, play, but uh, I think we created challenges for him. But once head came, we were not able to create any challenges for him. So we have a comment that BGT final. I think he was meaning. I think it's meaning WTC final looks to be a distant dream. Uh, I would not comment on that because still we haven't lost the match and the series is well up for grabs. So and we have to, yes, if we don't win matches comfortably, we have to win. Depend on the Sri Lanka series results. But I believe that Sri Lanka can beat Australia in one of the matches. So I'm not. Let's not discuss about the final. Yes, at the end of the day, it's always about final. But I mean, just it's hurts to. Okay, so we have a comment that if there is a plan to bowl at the stumps, I think the coach and management can also tell that to the bowlers, and the bowlers themselves are also pretty experienced. Yes, the same way Harshit Rana got him out in the first test match. remember. But here, like the bowlers, yes, they are experienced and they should do, but we didn't see that actually from the bowlers also. That all you're just spreading on the keeping the field, and it seemed that you didn't have, especially Rohit Sharma, didn't have any plan, and he is now troubling us for two straight years. Head, I've seen him play in 2018 also. If you, I think it was it Sean Marsh or someone else when Jasprit Bumrah bowled him with a when Jasprit Bumrah bowled him. I think it was Sean Marsh in 2018 Test. If I remember that when uh, he bowled him with a slower kind of Yorker kind of a thing, LBW, and then bowled Travis Head the very next ball. So that time he didn't used to be a threat for us, and I never regarded him as a very high player. After this, yeah, as he confirmed, Sean Marsh headed MCG, and I've seen watching to 2021, 2021 also. But since Rohit Sharma became the Test captain and he captained us the World Test Championship final, after that, be it the World Test Championship final, be it yes, but Head is a different monster since see that's what I'm talking. That Head is a different monster, but against India only. Last, if you check before the series, last 15 matches, he had only 150. He was averaging in mid 20s this year. If I check the stats, he had three ducks in Gabba before this match. So it's not that he's scoring everywhere. It's particularly I feel it's completely India's fault. Uh, India's that we are not able to counter him. So let me tell again in big stages, the World Test Championship final, the World Cup 2023 final, the T20 World Cup final. Sorry, not the T20 World Cup final, the T20 World Cup match. There also hit smash two for fun, and I think if it and that match also Head was taking the game away from India. If the wickets didn't fell from other end, Head could have taken that match away also from India. So three matches and now two centuries in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So I think it's a high time that we make a plan against him. I am 100% sure if Kohli was there, he couldn't have just let one person score against us all the time. 100%. It should have been like when he told that in Lords at 60 overs it would be hell. So something like that. I don't see that from Rohit Sharma. And considering his suppose I don't know that what is going downhill for once Rohit Sharma is joining, but suddenly and today we are just going to discuss that on that why BCCI means in in such a politics or do or whatever that Saurav Ganguly management for no reason decided to uh, put pressure on Virat Kohli, in my view, the greatest Test captain of India's ever produced, and one of the top five, easily in my books if we talk about the world cricket, and let him step down and with so much drama behind his back and made Rohit Sharma the captain when he was just on the verge of becoming one of the good Test batters. He was never. He played wonderful. He had a wonderful series in England, which Rohit Sharma played along with KL Rahul in the opening. So he was on verge of becoming a good Test match batter, and then again with this captaincy task and all, again with this captaincy task and all, I think it's you let his batting again down. So I think that's what Rohit Sharma no doubt taking away from him. He's a great limited overs player. He's a great limited overs captain also, no doubt from that. But I think in tests he has to learn a lot. I think opens the field way quickly, and I couldn't see any such attacking field at the slips when head is batting or As you mentioned, Saptarshi correctly, that Rohit changing his wide ball game costed his test game. Yeah, as I mentioned, he may be one of the greatest. He may be one of the greatest wide ball players what the world cricket has ever produced. There's no doubt in that. But in Test cricket, his defense is completely gone. I believe that his defensive, because the way he was defending the balls in England against the likes of Broad, Anderson, Wokes, Wood, it's not the same. And I think he will struggle here more. What India needs from him is a century. Nothing apart from century, nothing will make amends for his poor test captaincy, both in the Adelaide Test and as well as this Gabba Test. I know, maybe it's looking for for the India's perspective, from the Border Gavaskar Trophy perspective. I think the first priority for India would be to retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and for that, I think a draw is what India will be looking for, because winning from this position, I don't see it coming. And unfortunately, Saptashi, on a lighter note, yesterday was also the rain forecast, but it didn't happen. So we cannot predict about the rain and all those stuff. So 3 days India has to bat very well. I'm not trusting on the weather forecast. Sorry about that. Not from me. So I'm so people who are back, our team. Can we just add mm, sh- one of our people who is Rajatava? He is trying to join, but he couldn't join. So if anybody is this, I'm sorry, audience. This is talking. We are talking to just our team. So anyone at the back, the admin, can you just add Shubrat Rajatava? So we are waiting for one more of our guys to join. Yes,
Hi.
and here is Rajatava, and we are just talking about India's blunders since Rohit Sharma was made the like led India from the second test onwards. So I wanted to know your perspective that what is going down and why we are not developing a plan against Travis Head, and the same person is haunting us again and again.
Yes, that is a big problem. I mean, like, if you see, I was seeing some other video that if you see that, then I mean, Travis Head has been like a nemesis for India in the recent years. I mean, previously, I mean, before this, it used to be Kane Williamson for the last 5 6 years, Kane Williamson and Steve Smith, and then before that, probably. I don't remember any concrete name in the 2000s. Maybe Kevin Peterson in some matches, Hashim Amla
Hashim Amla.
for some time, and then before that, Saeed Anwar. So it has always been a problem. I mean, consistently with Indian cricket that we are not being able to develop a
Root
plan against.
Root was also troubled us mostly.
Yeah, Root did, but
Root,
that was
yeah,
mostly in subcontinent conditions.
yeah,
I think, yeah. So, but if you think about Kane Williamson all around, 2019 World Cup
yeah,
semi-final, then the 2021 WTC final, and then even in the 2023 World Cup
yeah.
semi-final, he and Daryl Mitchell had put up a partnership
Whatever.
which
Yes.
made us feel like they could probably chase 380. So I mean, like, that has put us in a spot of bother. So yes, Sanat Jayasuriya. Oh my God, who does not remember that 896 of Sri Lanka against India? So I mean, like, this is I mean, honestly, I don't understand. I mean, is there something wrong with the think tank? Because I mean, the same Travis said, I think he was dropped after the 2021 BGT, if I remember correctly, and he
Yes.
came back to the
Yes.
squad.
That's
Uh,
what my point is.
he came back to the squad after almost 1 year. But then again, I mean, I don't find, like, I mean, Rohit. I mean, his red ball captaincy has been questionable of late. I mean, I don't remember a good series in recent times. I'm leaving alone the Bangladesh series. The New Zealand
South
series was
Africa
a
is one
disaster.
match which you can consider a good, like
Yeah,
we drawed
yeah,
the
the New
series.
Zealand series was a disaster, and then the England. You can talk about the England series, but then again, in the England series, I think the team performed collectively well, rather than I mean, I would say that I mean, Rohit Sharma did his part as well, but I think the team was collectively good. I mean, like everyone contributed. Sarfaraz
Yeah.
Khan on his debut, Dhruv Jurel when the team was collapsing, Shubman Gill in the second innings. So I mean, and then the bowlers as well. They also stepped up in that match. And I think England batsmen were not at par in that tournament. I think except for that Ollie Pope 196. I don't think I remember like very great innings from any English batsman in that tournament. So I think his red ball captaincy has been questionable of late. And you cannot just a second. There is some disturbance. Just give me a second. Can you just carry on?
Yeah. Yeah. So let me take the comments in the meantime. Yes, Steve Smith did that in 2014, but that time Indian bowling was not that great. And yeah, Ritik has certainly termed yes, and it is indeed a headache for India. And because of him, I have to use his roll-on balm to rub on my heads because he's giving me the headache. So it's
Yes.
very yeah.
Yeah, so that true headache, indeed. So I mean, like, and another thing that I've observed about Rohit Sharma's captaincy is that, I mean, like, you try 2-3 overs with the attacking field set, and like, even if the player is at like 5-6 runs and you have not been able to get him out, he just spreads the field out and lets them take easy singles, and they will start piling up. I mean, that's how Steve Smith he got so much runs initially before Travis Head came in. I mean, like, I think he was around 15-20 when Travis
Yes,
Head came in, if I'm not wrong.
yes.
So
Around
yeah,
20, around yes.
yeah, so you give them the platform to build on. And if you give players like Virat Kohli, Steve Smith, these players, if you give
They will
give them
pounce on
platforms
you.
to build on, yeah. So I mean, however bad form they might be going through, they will come at you very hard, and that is what happened. So I think, I mean, India should have been in an attacking mindset. Like, if you are not being able to stop the runs, at least go for wickets. If you I mean, you are even conceding runs as well, and you are not being able to take wickets as well. So I mean, that did not make sense. And I also think that after the 40-45 overs, when the ball started stopped doing anything, any swinging or any seaming, I think India was out of plan.
Yes.
They were just trying to bowl out the 35 overs, and
Even
somehow.
Jadeja also lead a lot of runs, bowling that short, too many short balls, and with a high pace. It all looked a defensive ploy from him also.
Exactly,
We,
exactly. Was Ashwin needed for a left-handed batsman like
I don't
Head?
think because in Gabba we needed a one proper batter. I think
Yeah,
so.
and also if you think that Ashwin is the best spinner. I mean, like, I mean, as everyone, and we know that Ashwin is the best spinner in the squad right now. But again, playing a right-handed spinner just for the sake of one guy, Travis Head, because Usman Khwaja, he has not stepped up to the occasion in either of the four matches, in either of the 5 innings. Usman
Minus
Khwaja,
except one inning. Yeah.
yeah, except one innings. Steve Smith also the same thing. So yeah, so I think Khwaja, I mean, like, so just for one proper left-hander, just for that you are playing your one spinner, and you are compromising one batting position because your top order is also not firing. I mean, like, I mean, Jaiswal scored 160, and then he has two ducks and 124. So he has also not been that reliable as he has been in the subcontinent. KL Rahul, he has looked solid, but he has not been able to, mount as many runs as we would have liked him to. Kohli did one, I think Kohli did 100, and then the other innings, they were not, mm, I don't
Not good.
think, yeah, you could count on them. Same with Rishabh Pant. So I mean, like, when your top order is not firing, I mean, like, you need not look very disciplined or very much good in touch, like the innings of Marnus Labuschagne in the World Cup final in 2023, or in the last match, for example. He never looked comfortable, Marnus Labuschagne, neither in the World Cup final nor in this Adelaide Test. But he kept on batting. He kept on batting, and he piled up some runs, 50-60 runs. And another thing is that, I mean, like, once India reaches its number 8, you cannot expect more than 20 runs from the tail enders.
Yeah,
Whereas if you see Pat Cummins, when he comes in, he's contributing 20-25 runs. Same with Mitchell Stark. Nathan Lyon can contribute with like another 10 runs. So that's another 50 runs deficit. And then uh, if Hazelwood gets another edge or something, and another edge or a nick through the gloves or through the pads, pies. So I mean, like that's all extra runs that Australia are getting. So I mean, like the motto of India has probably become, I only believe in just Sivai and pray.
yeah, because I think Siraj has he looked good in the first test match. Akashdeep took well. He built created a lot of pressure, but I think Siraj is always the one like who is giving away the runs and this with unnecessary tactics, and he has been disappointing in this test match.
True,
I
true,
wanted to know your thought. Yeah,
true. I mean, like, but at this point, you do not have any other option. You have not brought in Mohammad Shami. You have kept the other pacers. Your frontline pacers in the other series that used to give you the bowling depth. Like Ishant Sharma is out of the picture now. Same with
yes,
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. He has been out of the picture for quite some time now. So the players you could have banked on like 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago. I mean, all of them are mostly out of the picture now. So
for no
it's
reason they are
yeah
still
for
not
now.
retired.
Yeah, I mean, like, and you are also not shuffling your players, but I mean, like, I would rather bring in try to bring in two experts. I mean, two experienced bowlers rather than two newbies, because Harshit Rana did well in Perth, but then he got thrashed in Adelaide. So the same thing could have happened with it can happen sorry it can happen with Prasidh Krishna, or whoever else is playing.
Yes, in Australia you need experience. I would have always gone with Ishant Sharma because
Yeah,
he is the
exactly,
one who
exactly.
could have troubled most of the batsmen.
Exactly, because of his height. So
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
like, that would have been very useful. And then also, I mean, like, you have also put players who I mean, like Navdeep Saini is, I think, in the traveling reserves,
mm-hmm.
and T Natarajan, who was there with Siraj and Saini in the last
Gabba
time,
test.
yeah, Gaba test. So I mean, you've completely kept them, in the out of the schemes for now. Mukesh Kumar as well. Mukesh Kumar has been bowling so well in the domestic
Mukesh Kumar
circuit.
bowled well in the South Africa test match which we won.
Exactly. So I mean,
But
like, I think Indian think tank, they need to do. I mean, probably Akash Deep should have played in the previous test match,
yes,
and in India should have brought in Harshit in this one. So it could have been different, or Harshit or someone else, because and another troubling point is that the way Nitish Reddy is contributing with the bat in the lower order, you cannot even bring in a proper fourth seamer to replace him, because in that case you might get one
and
or two
he's
wickets,
giving you
but,
wickets
yeah,
also.
because you
Yeah,
might get 1 or 2 wickets, but you are also losing, on that
mm,
extra 30-40 runs that he's giving you
yes,
consistently, like 48, 37, 42, 38, then again 42, 42, something like that.
yes. And the thing with Rishabh Pant also, like if we talk about batting also, he has not been up to the mark in this test series, which we expect of him to do. So he also
Exactly.
needs to step up and perform now. Let's score big runs for India, I think, because anyway,
And also,
yeah,
yeah, continue.
any chance we could be close to winning this test match, let for alone the rain forecast is that we have to take the lead as close, like the total as close to their innings, and then try to bundle them out. Because India should always think from the World Test Championship final perspective.
Yeah,
And
but I think today there was some talk among the commentators and the pundits. They were guessing that Australia will, try to go close to 400 and then declare the innings. But then probably I think Australia has already calculated about these rain factors and everything. So I think since if there is rain, the conditions will be overcast. There will be moisture on the pitch that will help the seamers. So I think the Australian plan will probably be, to bat another 10-15 overs in the first session, and if they don't get all out, as much runs as possible, and then put India to bat. And I think they will desperately try to bundle India out within, so that they can give India a follow on, because I do not think Australia can come down again, if the test match is rain infested. I don't think Australia can come down again to bat another full innings. So I think they will probably if they need to bat, then maybe another 10-15 overs in the second innings, and if not, then they will probably try to force a follow on India, and then try to bundle them out by an innings win or something. I think that is probably the that is probably in the the minds of the management right now. I mean, that's what I comprehended after seeing the match today.
Yeah. So I do not know much about the forecast, but the last thing India would be wanting is a loss in this match, and the best result for them would be a draw, I think. So
Yeah. I think a draw would be a fair result for India as well. I mean, like Melbourne and Sydney, India can hope to we can hope India to do better. But with this form and with this captaincy, with this management, it
it's
seems
very
very
difficult.
unlikely. It is very
It's more
unlikely.
likely that like head is like it's not here playing against Australia. We're playing against head because head is taking the game. He took the game away in Adelaide Test match also, and this match I think Smith 100 could have not bothered us much if head was out very cheaply and he was out early.
if
But
if,
I
if
think
Head was out early, he was giving protection to Smith. Like
yes, for
he was
sure.
essentially protecting Smith. He was attacking the bowlers in the first few balls, and that was bringing the morale of the bowlers down. And then you give Smith two or three odd balls in which he would probably hit one boundary and then take one single. So like Head was demolishing the mental space of the bowler in the
Yes,
first couple of balls itself. So I think I deliberately need to I deliberately think that desperately think that Rohit Sharma needs to fire in this match, because
yes.
it is
No,
only it is only Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and Rishabh Pant to some extent. I think only three of these players they can match the template of Travis Head. I mean the game that he plays. That
yes. At
you
least
know
combined.
yeah, exactly. At least combined,
If
and
they
then
could give, if they both we can give us 200 runs, the next 200 runs, the next remaining batter can give, so that we can go close to the total. Yeah.
yeah.
But again,
And
if they get starts like
yeah, because
2020s and then get out,
because
then it's
I think this pitch will be suitable for Kohli, Gill, and Rahul.
yes, yes.
I hope at
You
least
have to
one or
just
two of them,
see up the new ball.
can anchor the innings, but the other side they need to keep firing.
You see, once the pitch got old today after 40 overs, the ball
Exactly.
was not doing anything. So
Yeah,
that's mostly the
exactly.
case in Australia. That once the ball gets old, and that's what we couldn't bring head early. So what
Yeah,
Marnus and Khwaja and Maxwell did well is that they at least negated the new ball, so that
yeah.
they knew that once the ball gets old, whatever chances we could have had against head, the new ball that also disappears, and that's what happened.
Exactly. That is very much needed. I mean, Rahul and Jaiswal, they need to see off the new ball pretty well.
Yes, and same will go with Gill also. And I don't remember last time when Gill scored an important run for us in overseas. So a lot of question mark on him also, because you are
Yeah,
replacing Pujara, who has
I
been
think the
one of the
last time was
greats.
Gava, and now he's back in Gava.
Yes, because you're replacing Pujara, who is one of the greats in Australia, and
Exactly.
he is not living up to his expectations at all. So
Yeah,
it's high time.
I was quite sad. I was watching the match on Hindi commentary, and I was seeing Cheteshwar Pujara, Hanuma Vihari, and Deep Dasgupta commentating, and I
Yeah,
thought, yeah, Hanuma Vihari and Cheteshwar Pujara, at least one of them should have been on the squad. At
those
least
were
one of them.
those were the severest in that Sydney test, and you're just. I think somehow I think BCI is making fun of us. I think we saw a promo that Pujara is back, but in commentary. So I think it's kind of a like they're making fun of us as fans that
Yeah,
we wanted
exactly.
them in BGT, but you're just like putting them in commentary, and because I
Exactly.
think
And
yeah,
also, if you remember, I think there was one match in South Africa where India needed to bat the entire day out because the target was almost unreachable, and it was, I think, Saurav Ganguly and Sachin Tendulkar towards the start of the day, and then it was Rahul Dravid and Deep Dasgupta for the rest of the day. They batted, I think, like Deep Dasgupta scored something like 60 odd from 280 or some balls, and same with Rahul Dravid. So and they batted India out of the danger and helped India draw the test match. So I mean, I was just feeling that we needed at least one of these three players who
yeah,
could hold
of
the
course.
fort for.
Even I think if
Yeah,
you
because
remember the Sydney Test match
because
also,
it
India,
seems
yeah,
unlikely, because if it was 2017-18 Kohli's India against Australia, I could have bet 1,000 rupees and said India will at least go for the win. They will have this mindset that we have to score 650, 700 runs, put Australia to bat on at the end of the fourth day, and then bundle them out. But this team does not seem
That
like.
mindset is missing.
Exactly. And Kohli, I mean, the leadership that he was showing in the first match, for some reason, I don't see that aggression in him. I mean, is there some rift in the management? Is he being told not to, interfere much with the captaincy decisions, or the field management decisions from the management? I'm not sure about that. Because
Yes,
because because when Bumrah was bowling, I remember clearly Kohli was
yeah,
managing the field, and Bumrah was
it was
getting.
evident on the field.
Yeah, it was evident. Like Kohli was the captain without the armband in that match.
Yes, yes. And I think Bumrah's confidence also told that Kohli doesn't need us, we need Kohli, which
Exactly,
also gave a lot of sense. But yeah, I think Rohit Sharma as a captain has been like, and we need him to fire. I think it's high time now.
exactly. I,
First,
I, I mean, in my opinion, if you say, I would rather want Rohit Sharma in T20s and ODIs rather than in ODIs and Tests.
yes, I think yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. I think
yeah. So that is the problem, and also age is catching up to him. So I mean, you cannot deny he's 38 right now. So
yes, I would want him more as a batter than, but I think Jasprit Bumrah could have been a much better captain. I think he
yeah,
was
but
way
but
more
but
aggressive.
yeah, but I think the point is that if you bring him in as just as a batter, I don't think he holds his spot in the team for too long, honestly.
That's also a good point. I think yeah, that's also
Yeah,
a good
because yeah,
point. But
because yeah, because Devdutt Padikkal scored 22 runs in the second inning, so that is more than the combined scores of Rohit Sharma in the two innings, 3 and 7 or something. That is very unfortunate. I mean, like we are having to make comparisons about such a great batsman, but I mean, it is unfortunate, and I think, but the team is definitely above everyone else, and you need to think about that as well.
yeah, yes, I think we can wait for some more comments.
Yeah, we
And I
can
just
we can
wanted
wrap it up.
to take your comments, that suggestions, that what India could do on this match to come out of a something, a
Pray for
miraculous
rain.
position.
Pray for rain. I think.
Yeah. So what's the forecast for today? Like, is it rain today?
I think Saptarshi gave something on the group. It said something like 60% rain predictions
Okay,
on
then that's
day
the
three
best
and
thing
four,
India could do.
and 80% on day five.
Then I think it's mostly just India has to bat. I think well in 100 overs, and yeah, look for the draw. Because
Yeah, I
anyways, I
mean,
think India bats well in Sydney and Melbourne. So I think those are the happy hunting grounds for India in the past also. So I
exactly.
think
Yeah, but if this test match wins, ends in a draw, I think India needs to win the other two. I mean, if they
yeah,
want to have an outside chance to qualify for the WTC.
for sure. Will 2-1 not do? Just asking.
2-1, I don't think it will do. 2-1 won't do, I think.
No, 2-2 will not do. I know, because India cannot
2-2
afford to lose.
2-2 will do, but if Sri Lanka wins 1-0 or 2-0.
No, then 2-1 will also do, right? Because then also Sri Lanka has to win 1-0.
Yeah, but when I saw the chart, there was no mention about 2-1. I'm
Okay.
not sure. I'm not quite sure. It should do then, I guess, because a draw adds some more points, so there should be more point
Yes,
percentage.
yes. Because Sydney, it always happens a draw. So taking and considering the way our bowling is, it's a birds of bowling. I don't think it. Yeah, but yeah, then India has to win both the matches.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Three
Uh,
consecutive Sundays, Kohli, Root Smith 100. Kane Williamson will score the 100. That's my prediction. I hope. I'm touching
yeah,
the wood.
this
I
time
really, yeah,
the New Zealand bounced back really well in this test match, and
yeah, exactly. That is what we. I mean, now that we retrospect, these are the matches that you feel India should have won. I think this one
yes,
match, the first match against England in the England
England
series,
three
then
matches against
yeah,
New Zealand.
yeah, I think in the second test, India was, I mean, like, out of contention from the very first ball. In the
Hmm.
first match, in India did do some fight back, and I mean, if Virat Kohli had not got out at the last ball on day two, I think it
Yes,
could have been
yes,
very different. and even Rishabh Pant got bowled on
And that
19
match
over.
against West Indies, which was drawn, if you remember
Yeah.
last year,
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
the rain invested match, that was also
Yeah.
India. So these five
Yeah.
matches are
This
costing us
five
now
matches.
big time.
This 5 matches. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And
So
and now I thank India won that Bangladesh match in 2 days.
yeah,
Imagine if India had not won that. I think they would by now be out of the race of the
but
WTC.
out of the race, yes. And the more I'm worried about the World Test Championship final is that knowing South Africa is going into it. So so I want India more to go to that final rather than facing Australia and New Zealand. So that would have been the best chance for India to win, considering
No,
how South Africa.
yeah, but but on a track where the ball moves in
Yes,
England,
that's
I
true. But
I think facing that pace trio of
would be
Yeah,
difficult.
South
Would be
Africa,
difficult. Would be
it,
difficult. I agree. But
yeah,
I think because it
and the
was
kind
a
of form Bavuma is in,
yeah, so we have to take their batsmen also out because apart from Bavuma, their batting was also not that good. So it's
yes,
a
exactly,
matter of like who bowls the worst and all. Because
exactly,
Lords
exactly,
has been somewhat because I think it will be held in Lords, and I think Lords is a place where India has done well in the past, and our batters have stepped up. So it's a good
exactly.
batting ground, I
Hopefully,
would say.
hopefully, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, I don't really have trust on this
I
batting unit anymore.
but I'm trusting here and Sri Lanka also. I think I would trust them to at least beat Australia in one match then
I
because
mean,
they
like,
have a great.
I mean, the point is, I don't want to get into that mathematics
Yes,
at this point.
yes, it's
But then,
absolutely true.
yeah, but then one thing is that if India goes on to win the Test series 3-1, in that case, that will hide a lot of the flaws of this Indian team. That is also there.
Absolutely correct.
But if,
Absolutely
yeah,
correct.
and in that case, a lot of people might come asking that Rohit Sharma, he failed as a batter, but as a captain, he won you the BGT 3-1 or 3-2 or whatever. So
Mm,
is it really okay to drop him? And questions like these will arise, especially because of the fact that he's a legend, and in India we have this thing of legend worshipping. So
absolutely.
so that will be very problematic. I mean,
Yeah, but if we won 3-1, I think it would be one of the greatest achievement India could do at this
yeah, I
point.
mean,
The team has
yeah,
is,
if they can do 3-1, then I think that is incredible. If they can
and
do 3-1.
I don't think it's impossible because they have to just devise a plan for head. Considering Steve Smith also towards the end of his career, Marnus not
Exactly,
in forms. See, Marsh also got out, so it was matter of
exactly,
wickets. Then 7 wickets fall so quickly. But
exactly,
at least one person is staying with head all the time. So if you just that's what we need to figure it out. Last match
exactly,
it was head and Labuschagne, and this match it is head and Smith. If you could just break that one partnership, the head one, I
exactly.
think we would be able to win more
And then
comfortably.
in the first test match, it was Head and Marsh in the second innings who started
Yes,
batting.
yes,
So you need to take care of Head as soon as possible.
yes. After
Maybe just bowl him in the body line, some shorter balls, fourth stump balls, or in swinging Yorkers targeted at the off stump.
yes,
So
something
I think those balls
because he
need to
was
be
having ducks in 3 matches, and if he's such a good player, then how can he score in 3 innings last at Gabba zero? That means
exactly,
other teams players are figuring him out, but India is still not able to do it, which is very strange to me.
exactly. Are we having new comments, or I don't think we have more comments today.
Yeah, I think then we can call it for a day today. And
Yeah. Anyways, there is not much to discuss except for ranting about the poor
yeah,
situation, poor plight of the team.
yes, and I think since the live is 40 minutes, I think I would request our admin and yeah, who is in the back to I think turn off the
Yeah,
video and yeah.
yeah,
So thank you Rajatama for joining today
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming on a very short
yes,
notice.
yes, and let's hope for the best.
Yeah, let's hope
Yeah,
for the best. I mean, I hope I'm not really hoping India to take the wickets very quickly, because that will be probably against India's favor tactically, because if they have to bat more number of overs. So I would want India to hold the runs and not take wickets in the first session and wait for the
yes,
run.
yes. Correct.
Anyways,
Thank you so much.
hopefully,
Thank you so much for
hopefully see you.
joining.
Yeah, yes. See you maybe in a couple of days.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, at the end of the test. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.